Hey everyone, I hope that you're really excited about this journey that we're going on. And what we're going to be doing this week in our Equip groups is something similar to what we did in the opening evening. And that is to take a verse that at one level looks like it means something, but maybe when we look at the context and we try and understand what's going on in the background, when we try to get to the heart of what the author means, sometimes that exercise helps us understand maybe a different or a greater or a richer meaning of that particular verse. And so, similar to the Equip Evening, I've chosen a very popular verse which I've seen used to mean many different things, some of which I don't think is what Paul actually meant by this verse in the context. Now, just to remind you that we're all on different journeys. Some of you are advanced Christians and maybe well-seasoned Bible readers, and some of you are very early on in the journey. And maybe it's less about these exciting new learnings and more about just how do we as communities gather around God's Word together, learning from each other together. How do we be patient with one another and just recognize that we're all journeying together, maybe from different places, but in the same direction. And so what we're going to do is first we're going to read the verse on its own and try and understand what it seems to be saying on its own. And then afterwards, we're going to zoom out and try and understand who wrote the verse, what was going on in his life, who was he writing to. Even as we zoom into the particular chapter where this verse is found, can we be such keen observers of the text that we really understand the context of what's going on? You see, some of these details we sometimes skip over because they don't feel like those feel-good verses. But the more we understand what this particular author was meaning by these verses, then we can better apply those verses into our own lives. Remember what we drummed into our heads the other night. The scriptures were written for you, but not necessarily to you. And so I hope this is a wonderful learning experience for you and your group together. God bless you as you do this together.